Hello and welcome to our WIFR FastCast. Turning to our top story here this afternoon, DeKalb County deputies look into the death of 66-year-old Peggy O'Neill. Investigators say Tuesday evening, Paul Ziga was driving his sedan on Airport Road, south of Barber Green Road, when he hit O'Neill, who was crossing the road. She was taken to a nearby hospital where she later died. Ziga stayed on scene, and so far, no charges have been filed. A car crash in Cherry Valley Wednesday takes the life of a driver. Boone County first responders were sent around 5:30 in the morning to the 2700 block of Irene Road. Deputies say the driver of a 2002 Lexus lost control of their vehicle and crashed into a tree. The driver died at the scene, and their name hasn't been released yet. 3 Rockford kids face several charges, accused of being involved in a burglary. Police say around 7:40 Tuesday night, 2 teens and an 11-year-old were found at the Riverside Market on Mulberry Street. Investigators claim when officers arrived, the kids ran away. The 3 were later taken into custody and released to their parents. 3 Kenosha men are behind bars. They're accused of robbing 2 Janesville residents Thursday in Harvard. Police say the residents were selling jewelry through Facebook Marketplace in the 1100 block of North Jefferson Street when Dominic Black, Blair Stiles II, and Solomon Bankhead robbed them with a rifle. The suspects are accused of running away from the area and from Walworth County deputies. Law enforcement used spike strips to stop the vehicle and found the missing jewelry inside. The city of South Beloit names its next potential fire chief. During Monday's city council meeting, members approved the appointment of Scott Fisher as the next fire chief. The vote was 4-0, according to South Beloit's mayor. Fisher is expected to be sworn in January 5th, and WIFR's Nathaniel Langley talked with Fisher this morning about his time serving as a chief in Alaska and where he expects to take the South Beloit Fire Department in the future.
Hey folks, WIFR's Nathaniel Langley here inside the South Beloit Fire Department, where the incoming chief says he's ready to restart the station, hire some crew, and get this thing going again. Be sure to tune in later today on WIFR and eventually on WIFR.com to figure out how he hopes to restart the department, as well as community reaction.
Loves Park Police host a presentation to spread the message of identifying and preventing scams this holiday season. The free meeting addresses common scam tactics, warning signs, and steps to prevent becoming a victim. The meeting is 10 in the morning this Thursday at Loves Park City Hall. If you are interested in attending, call the Loves Park Police Department. Members of a church on Rockford's southeast side lend a helping hand to kids in need Wednesday. St. Luke Missionary Baptist Church holds their annual toy giveaway at noon. Underprivileged kids receive toys, and families can enjoy a turkey dinner at the event. Associate Minister Michael Williams says during this time of year, they want community members to know they have somewhere to turn in a pinch.
Hey, how you doing?
We've been blessed. This ministry's been around for 45 years, and prayerfully we will continue to go forward, and we just want to reach out to community, give back, and let them know that we're here for them. And actually the turkeys and the toys were donated to us, so no need for us to sit and hold them. We invited the community to come in and just spread the love.
Spreading holiday cheer through the halls of the Coronado Theater and an area school, Rockford Symphony Orchestra prepares for the return of holiday pops this weekend. Conductor Kevin Stites will run the show, directing all facets of it, including the 3 youth choir groups performing. Stites was at Gilbert High School Wednesday afternoon, practicing with students who are set to take the stage Saturday and Sunday.
I've tried to build youth participation. It helps keep the audience or make the audience a little younger, which is what we need in our symphony. We need to create an audience that is not going to, not be able to come anymore.
Keeping kids warm this winter, Alpine Kiwanis Club will deliver gloves, hats, and mittens to different community centers and a school here in the state line. Beginning at 4:30 Wednesday afternoon, families can go to the Booker Washington Center to pick up winter gear. Thursday, Kiwanis Club members will drop off supplies at the Northwest Community Center. And Friday, you can head to Ellis Elementary in the morning and Community Life Center in the afternoon to pick up the warm clothes. 96 people donated blood Tuesday for our WIFR Season of Giving blood drive with the Rock River Valley Blood Center. Currently, we have 190 donations of our 800 weekly goal. If you do donate Wednesday, you could win a $100 gift card from Ambitious Inc. And if you donate Thursday, you could win a round of golf from Rockford Country Club. And, of course, we do have the potential for some flash freezing here this week. So now let's bring in DJ Baker here, WIFR meteorologist, with a look at some of the winter weather that's rolling in. And, boy, I'll tell you, it's certainly a winter weather roller coaster. We've been talking about it all day.
Yes, it has. But, hey, first things first, let's just appreciate how great of a day it's been. We've seen temperatures upper 40s, and that sunshine, man, did it feel nice outside? Heck, maybe even a few people wore shorts.
I'll tell you what, it's crazy, especially in the Midwest, seeing, kind of this behavior, when it's just a little bit warmer than it should be, of people saying, like, I got to wear my sandals to work.
I call it a Midwest heat wave. I think people can agree with me. We go from frigid temperatures to now we're technically back slightly above normal, but it feels much warmer. But, yeah, I mean, go figure. Sitting in the upper 30s compared to the 28 degree below zero we had wind chill Sunday morning. Yeah, there's a bit of a big difference, but yeah, we do have a lot of stuff we're keeping track of, especially as we're heading into Thursday, because that's going to be quite the day. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So when it comes to our headlines, well, tomorrow we are going to see quite a bit of stuff. First and foremost, I do expect widespread rainfall as we get into the morning hours, and it's going to be really warm with temperatures likely into those middle to even upper 40s to start. But a cold front will quickly shut off a lot of our precipitation. In its wake, very strong wind gusts are expected, and temperatures are going to plummet rapidly, meaning flash freezing is a possibility. And to top it off, well, we have snow to discuss, as we could see some blowing snow as we get into our Thursday evening and overnight, as we do get that wraparound snowfall from that low pressure system. So let's go ahead, and we've kind of covered the headlines, but let's take a bit more of an in-depth look at what we're expecting. So as we get into the hour by hour, I do think rain will start up about 5, 6 o'clock and pretty much be a constant throughout the morning. So as you head out the door, the umbrellas are going to be highly needed. And as we get towards around noon, 1 o'clock, that's when that cold front will come and pass, shutting off a lot of our precipitation, at least for the time being. But the system's been on a upward trend when it comes to overall rainfall, as we're now looking forward to maybe a quarter and up to a half of an inch in some locations. And that's pretty significant, because with that, temperatures are set to plummet. So a lot of our roads are still likely going to be on the wet side, which means flash freezing is certainly a possibility. Again, temperatures early morning, likely in the middle to upper 40s, maybe the low 50s. I do think Timecast is overdoing it just a little bit, but take a look at what happened just over the course of around 4 to 5 hours. Already back down to 40 degrees in Rockford, mid 30s in Forest, but off toward the west, even cooler weather is expected. And by the time we get towards 7, 8, 9 o'clock, solely into those middle to lower teens, and maybe even some single digits state line wide as we get into the beginning stages of our Friday. So again, any moisture that is on the road is likely going to quickly freeze over, especially our overpasses and bridges, as they are much more susceptible to flash freezing. Combine that with some very strong wind gusts, and we are looking at a bit of an active day. Now, speaking of winds, Timecast has backed off a little bit. I still think we could see gusts near 30 to 35 miles per hour, and in 1 or 2 locations, maybe up to 40 miles per hour, which, combine that with maybe a little bit of snow that will fall into the evening hours for our Thursday, and visibilities are likely going to be reduced, because this will likely be a very light, fluffy snow, and get any wind whip, and man, it is going to be tough to see as you're driving. Now, those winds will continue on as we get into the start of our Friday, so with temperatures sitting in the upper single digits, we're likely going to see wind chills back near 5 to even 10 degrees below zero. So needless to say, it is going to be a roller coaster, because we're going to go from sitting in the upper 40s to wind chills likely 10 to 15 degrees below zero, all in the span of less than 24 hours. So of course, we're going to be keeping a very close eye on the system. Download the WIFR First Alert Weather app. Of course, you can catch the latest forecast on all our streaming services on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV. But for now, Jake, I'll have you kind of hop back over here. But yeah, it is an active Thursday that we have ahead. I mean, I feel like Mother Nature is pulling out all the stops because what do we have? Rain, some ice forming, snow, strong winds, and of course, frigid wind chills. Man, I feel like if you just throw something on a dartboard, you're likely hitting something that we're going to get tomorrow.
Yeah, well, and temperatures in the mid-40s, too. I mean, it's just throw that in. It's kind of like a perfect storm. You're getting a little taste of everything.
I know.
Just like a spring day, honestly, in the Midwest, honestly. Less of like a fall, end of fall into winter.
Yeah.
But obviously, you know, just like what DJ was just saying, we want to make sure to keep you guys protected here this winter. So we want to make sure that you guys are downloading our WIFR First Alert weather app. I'm going to leave this QR code up here for just a quick second so that you guys can download that. But this is definitely a resource you guys are going to want to have in your back pocket as we go a little bit further into next year and go into our 2026. That being said, we also want you guys to download our WIFR News app. Now, these are two separate apps. I'm going to leave this QR code up again for just a quick sec, but what you're going to want to do is download both of these apps, and then you're going to want to allow notifications on those little alerts that are going to pop up right on the home screen of your phone. And once you click on those, that's going to take you to the latest WIFR article either on First Alert Weather or on our news app. We want to make sure we can get that information out to you safe and accurately wherever you are. Thank you so much again for watching, and we'll see you coming up here in about less than 15 minutes or so for WIFR News First to 4 with Sydney Stoffragan. Thanks for watching. Oh, actually, excuse me, we actually do have a little bit of some breaking news here. It does look like someone from Rockford has been charged in a narcotics investigation. It's 28-year-old Joseph Crispin. He's charged with possession with intent to deliver a controlled substance, possession with intent to deliver methamphetamine, and unlawful use of weapons. We will be providing you with more information as we continue on throughout the rest of today here, both online and on air. And of course, you will be hearing more about this coming up in just a little bit here on WIFR News First to 4. Thanks for watching.